Hi guys, welcome back to the Pride Villa. So for once, I do have a smile on my face because obviously you all know why. We got a massive result against Man City. It was 1-1 at the end. Should have been 2-1 to Villa. Still pissed off about that, but I'm not going to let it ruin my mood. We got something from Man City at the worst time it could have been. Uh, I was even calling for a 4-1 loss. I think Ben said 6-0. But yeah, rolling some clips now. We did go on the lash after. At the end of the day, who can say they get results like that against Man City? And obviously with Villa, we've had the worst, we've had the worst recent results against them. Let's just say that. But the last two games, I'd say we've been quite close to getting something, and I'm just glad that we got something against them on Saturday. But yeah, today is going to be like sort of a preview to the Leicester game. Just a really good time to play them as well. Obviously after that result. And then we'll talk a little bit about the last game as well. So if you're going to stick around, please subscribe to the channel. Get us to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, we're going to be going to some games this season. Obviously more match reviews, transfers, obviously in January. We're just going to keep on with all of it because we are trying to grind this channel out now. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the last game against Man City. It's just... I'm just on a high. Like, I'm gonna say something now, which you probably won't ever hear from me again. But I'm gonna say now, I'm gonna give Gerrard a chance. I've never said once it's all his fault. It is the players' fault as well. Could be the backroom staff. And it is about mentality. And I think he did come out in one of his interviews and say, listen to the fans, listen to them, and do it for the fans. And they did it for the fans. Gerrard did it for the fans. And, we got a result at the worst time possible. I mean, we've been going on such a poor run. And then just to get a result against the best team in the world right now. And should have won. And we should have won. It's going to bother me for a long time. But at the end of the day, it should be one of the reasons VAR sorts its fucking head out. But, yeah, I think, for a start, the formation against City, when I first saw it, I was just a little bit hesitant. But it works really well. Obviously, Leon Bailey looked really good down the wing. I say down the wing, I'm not too sure what he was playing. Watkins as well, his hold-up play, even Guardiola was praising it. It was just... It's these things where when people were saying Ollie Watkins should probably be sold to like the likes of Leeds, I'm like, what are you talking about? He's right now, he's one of our best players. He probably is our best player for that shit. And, we're really lucky to have the guy with us. I'll say Martinez kept us in the game as well. People were calling for him against Arsenal, saying that he was the reason we lost to him. I do beg to differ a bit. I mean, the defence should have been sorted out against them. He could have done better with the second goal against Arsenal, but at the end of the day, against Man City, it was just absolutely class. At the end of the day, when Erling Haaland scored, what can you do? It's just a moment of pure class from Kevin De Bruyne whipping the ball in, and obviously Haaland finishing it. Could be a bit of bad defending, but at the end of the day, Haaland's like 6'9", and I'm only like 5'7". I have no fucking chance if I was defending against him. But yeah, it's just, I think the formation was really good. And, people obviously saying on Twitter, should we keep it against Leicester? So we'll talk about Leicester right now. I just don't know what's going on with them. Obviously, it's just looking right. Worst team in the league right now, I would have to say. I mean, the only result they've got is against Brentford, the first day back 2-2. And ever since then, they've just been conceding. I mean, the last game, Brighton, 5-2. I mean, Brighton are a really well structured side, and I think I am backing them for the top 10 finish. But it's just funny to see Leicester like this. I mean, it's not too long ago when they won the league, but it's the best time for Villa to play them right now. Obviously, coming off a massive result. I think Leicester should be shitting themselves as well. But yeah, I'll talk about my formation going into that game. We'll go Martinez in goal, obviously. We've got Ashley Young. I think he definitely warrants a start for Villa. We'll go Mings. Mings has just been outstanding, and he's like, since his captaincy, he's been really loving. Obviously, he had to look Gerrard in the eye, as they all said. And ever since then, I think he's been one of our best players. Fair play to Mings. And I want him to have a partnership in this game with Chambers. I think Chambers definitely deserves a start. Uh, just take advantage of the poor side, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to put... I know we're in that sort of position where our manager's under pressure, but we don't need to start all our elite players. And I'm not saying Cons is as elite as some, but you know, Chambers, he needs to start. He needs to start at some point. I mean, I'm not too sure what Gerald's not seeing in him to not start. I mean, we ain't seen him make any mistakes. But, yeah, I want Chambers playing as well. And obviously, Luke Digne, even though I thought he was a little bit off against Man City. But, you know, he should have got some sort of confidence from it. Midfield, got to keep with captain John McGinn. And I will say as well, I do like the fact Gerard's acknowledging he's been off form recently since his captaincy. And to be fair, last season weren't that great. So yeah, it looks like he's taking him off fairly early in the second half, which is needed. But yeah, I start McGinn, I start Louise, and obviously Kamara, and then front three, I would go Jacob Ramsey again, Ollie Watkins, and Leon Bailey. So yeah, only one major switch around. Obviously, Ashley Young has to play. But yeah, just Chambers. I just want to see him play. But anyhow, we do have a really good bench as well. Then Donker should be fit for it. We've got Jan Bednarek with us. Buendia will be on the... Well, he could be starting, who knows, but, you know, he'd be on the bench. Coutinho on the bench. Danny Ings as well. Yeah, people say, you know, obviously, it's just weird, and we've got all these big names, and we're in this sort of position. It's just really weird. But, yeah, that is my formation going into this game. And I think that's the right formation going into it. I can see Gerald making a few more alterations to it. But in my opinion, I don't think he should change the squad too much, because you don't... Because every game, he seems like he's just changing it. We need to keep a consistent squad, so people know they are starting and everything. They don't have to worry about their starts. It doesn't like mess with their heads a bit. But yeah, we are going against Leicester at the King Power, which, to be fair, we have got quite good, you know, results against them in the last few games. I think the last one was 0-0 last season, and then before that, I think it was the 1-0 under Dean Smith in the COVID season. And then obviously at home we beat them, and then yeah, I think that was what it was. But yeah, we got good results in the past against Leicester. It's just, can we capitalise on this City result? Because at the end of the day, getting a point against Man City is massive, but you got to back it up with a win against the worst team after it. If I have to give a score prediction now, I'll probably go 2-0 Villa. I think we'll score. I think it'll be Watkins and Leon Bailey. I think Bailey, he's one of them. He needs to know he's loved, and he should have. I think he felt it against Man City. To be fair, the fans were loving it, and you know, I can't see any other reason why he can't go on some sort of, you know, scoring streak, I guess, because he has got the quality there. We've all seen it. You know, I was at the Everton game where he scored. I'd still say he scored those two. That corner was just a beautiful one. But yeah, we have got a really good player in him, and I think he's one of them players who just need to know he's loved at the club. And yeah, he's a very key player for Villa. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. If there is any Leicester fans watching this, let me know what you're thinking right now. Are you Rodgers in or out? Personally, I think he will get sacked, regardless of the result against us. But at the end of the day, it's just not his fault. It's just not his fault. If you're not backed in the transfer window, what can you really do? But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Up the Villa with the pride of Villa. We'll see you in the next video.